Don't know. Don't know juga. Okay, guys, going live right now. Right. Okay, anybody live right now? Can you hear me? Okay, who's online? Any questions? Quorum, bro, you still online? Loud and clear, bro. Loud and clear. Thank you very much for the coming to the stream. Obviously, I waited for the other guys, and they haven't come. So, sadly, nothing we can do. We just have to start. We can't wait any longer. So, I've got about half an hour on my hands, and I'm going to do this. So, let me know what you need. Okay. So, what is it we want to talk about today? We were looking at the news from Independent, I believe. See what we got for BTC today. Okay, so MRI, I had the MRI one. Okay, so not MRI, bro. It's called RSI. Okay, but we'll talk about the RSI. Right. Where's that news about Bitcoin? Okay, let's leave that, but we'll show you quickly here about how RSI works, right? So let me get rid of some of this stuff because I've got a lot of data here. I don't need any of those. Okay, so for BTC, let's go and do some RSI. So what it's called the relative strength index. We're going to look for that. We're going to activate that, and we have to go to the weekly. So you see on the weekly, what we're seeing is right. So this is the situation currently. When we go above these levels, it's showing us that we are overbought. So let's get a larger time frame. Right, as you see, we went, you know, around the 80, below 80, we're safe, right? But when it gets above here, it kind of heats up. So this is what I wanted you to understand. So far we're coming back to the zone, which is good. But also, a lot of the time you just have to kind of zoom in a little bit as well and see what's happening on the daily. So if you look on the daily, you see that we did fall in the lovely zone. This is a perfect zone. And we moved up. And what I want to show you is another one. Hold on. Greed index. Right. So what we're doing is we're searching for the fear and greed index. And hopefully you can see alternative me is a good one. On fear and greed index, you need to see this to understand what's going on. So you see where we are now. All right. So this is where we went to, like, you know, kind of levels we went to. And this is the thing that kind of freaks everybody out when we go to this. Remember, when we have extreme greed in the market is very volatile. And this is when a lot of people will be dumping. And if we're doing, if we've got like extreme fear, it's the best time to buy, right? So that's what you have to understand. Like what was his name? Warren Buffett, when he said buy when there's fear in the market, right? When it's bloody, that's when you want to buy, that's when you want to invest. And if we don't have fear in the market and there's a lot of greed, you got to be afraid that, okay, the market's going to crash anytime. So alternative me is very good. You can actually come and sit here. You can see where we were and where we are now, and these zones are very, very good, right? So currently we're looking at the fear index is showing 65, and if you go back to the chart, you can also see it on the chart as well. We're coming down and we're on very good levels, right? So this is where we are now. What else do we need? I mean, we want to check on the current short term. I was on the daily, as you can see. For example, let me take this out and let me clear the index. 1 second. Get rid of this for a second, because obviously I want to show you a bigger picture. If you look carefully, the 54 was a perfect support zone, and we supported that perfectly, right? So as you know, like as I said, whenever you look at zones where you had a resistance and support, sorry bro, I'm live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm live. You should be watching it too. Go live and give it a thumbs up. So when we come to these levels, you have this support and resistance. These are strong traffic zones, right? So on those strong zones, we will always get that major support, right? Right. So let's go to a 4 hourly to see exactly what's going on right now. So on the 4 hourly, as you can see, that we're having a little bit of a battle, and then the volume, this is what I've been talking about for the past few days, right? So for us to change the trend, we need a massive volume coming in. I mean, these volume candles that we had here, very small. So you know, we need to see volume candles like these for us to reverse the trend. As you can see, this is a trend reversal candle, right? So that's what we need, something big. So it's quite hard. It's quite hard. I don't know what to say on this one. It is very hard. So I would look, we're in the middle of the week. This is Wednesday. You know, until Sunday, we need to get more details, right? So we need to get more data. I would say just wait until Sunday to see what's going on. Also, yesterday, one of the brother, he asked a very good question, right? About where was I? Let me go on to that particular part. Give me a second. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. I just want to give you this so you understand, right? I'm sure the other guys will see it later. You know, he was talking about the 2 trillion. I wasn't talking about this to be 2 trillion. Obviously, we will get to the 2 trillion at some point. I was talking about this hitting 2 trillion, right? So when this hits 2 trillion, 3 trillion is not far off. But funny thing is, yesterday I kind of answered, if this hits 2 trillion, then 3, 4, 5 trillion Bitcoin is not far behind, right? And this is like the most bullish scenario. This is what I've been trying to say to everybody. So yeah, I mean, a lot is going on. I mean, today, look, I mean, market is still hovering around here. It's not enough, right? We need to have a lot more for BTC. Okay, sorry, I'm seeing your chat here as well. So there's a lot going on, right? Ethereum, as you can see, I don't know. I mean, Ethereum, as I say, it's always one of those ones. It's very volatile. For us to see any good significant movements on Ethereum, we need to see BTC do its thing. Right, let me see what else we got here. I can hear you. Okay, you can hear me. Do you have any other questions, bro? Because I can go on and on with this one. But currently looking at this, we still need to, I think everything now relies on BTC, okay? Nothing else. It's just everything is now reliant on BTC. Let me activate the higher high and lower low, just so you can understand something, right? You see on this one, you've got, like, you know, this is the Elliott wave theory, right? The pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we end up having our ABC correction, right? So what I want to show you here is this is our 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're actually on our 5th level of the Elliott wave, right? Somebody else, I'm sure, I forgot what his name was, Solo Extreme, he asked for it once, and this is what it is. 5 looks like it's completed. We don't know yet, but this could be a pattern A. I've mentioned this before as well, right? So there's a lot going on here. You know, we need to get to those levels to see. Also, another thing I want to point out to you. Sorry, I was looking at the. Yeah, I was looking at the 4 hourly. I shouldn't be looking at the 4 hourly because it doesn't make any sense, right? So let's have a look at the 21-week EMA, and I want to make sure you understand this, right? So let's show you something here. See this red line here? This is the 21-week EMA, right? And quite often, if we do have a dip, we will always come back and bounce on these lines, right? So let me show you what I mean, right? Let's go to here. Let's show you. I just want to quickly show you this so you understand how the 21-week EMA actually works. All right. Let me just activate this for a second. Right, so here, if I zoom in, you will notice, right? So quite often we have a situation where the 21-week EMA, we will end up touching that. So if we break below that, we're obviously going to have a crash, right? This is in March, as you can see. And then after that, you can see every time we've come down, we respect that. And currently, we've stretched quite far, right? Yeah, please, bro, go ahead with your question. That's not a problem. Go ahead with your question and I'll check it. So in the meantime, so what I'm saying is the 21-week EMA, we are going to probably see us coming down. And if you look carefully where the 21-week is sitting currently, you'll see that we're on the 39,000 target, because this is now the average of the market. And this is why I wanted everybody to understand that the average changes over time. So, you know, the more time we spend, the more the larger the number we'll get, if that makes any sense to you. Okay, the only time we should actually start worrying is if we fall below this level. As long as we come back to this level, we are going to bounce back, because more often we actually do bounce off these 21-week EMA, right? In a bear market, it's a different story, but in a bull cycle, you will definitely bounce off this and go back, right? So what was your question, bro? Go ahead. All right, yeah, you can type it there if you want. That's not a problem. Type it where you like. So I'm waiting for your question to come. Yeah, he's coming back. All right, guys, I'm at work, so if I do get phone calls or anything, I might just go silent for a little bit. Obviously, we're on live, so you're unfiltered. You'll see everything that's happening here. QSP. Let's have a look at QSP. So let's find QSP here first. QSP, quantstamp. Okay. I'm just hoping this is not another one of those. Okay, so this is where. Okay, bro, I don't know if you can see this. I'm seeing this already. Right, you probably saw me just do that little nod, but this is where it was, and this is where it is now, right? This is the problem with these kind of things, you know. It's a serious situation. A lot of the times you have to understand, it's like, if you look at the volume, right? So just look at this volume. This is how much BTC has been traded. This is how many Ethereum is being traded on this, right? So it's quite hard. You have to understand. All right. Now let's have a look and see what they're doing. Let's have a look at what they're doing. Blockchain security. Secure decentralized internet. Okay, I mean, forget the numbers. Question is, who's using them? Right, leading blockchain project work with quantstamp. Now, Ethereum 2.0, Siemens, Binance, Chainlink. It's quite funny because this is the first time I've heard of it. I'll be honest with you, first time I've heard of it. I mean, if Binance talks about it, it's quite good, but quantstamp, this is what they're saying they're doing. How much of that is actually true? We don't know. All right, this is the total market cap. Let's have a look at the market, because these are a lot of the things you have to understand. So okay, it is on the Binance, liquidity 104. Right, okay. So it's only on a handful of so this is rubbish. The only four I can see that is quite good is Uniswap, Huobi, and Binance. I can see that. So that's the market. Trying to figure out what's going on. Open, close. Volume. Okay, so the market cap has grown a little bit. Volume is very low, as you can see. Volume is very low. So it's let's have a look at the analysis. And remember, guys, you can go on CoinMarketCap and actually double check these things yourself. So there's no analysis. Nobody's bothered doing any analysis on it. However, we will look at this again. Go back to the overview. All right. I bet I'll finish watching after that. No worries, bro. You do whatever you need to. Now we're talking about. Let's go on TradingView and let's have a look at this again, because it's not even coming. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the price and I just want to quickly go there. So for example, you've had this particular coin where it launches at a specific price. It starts to drop, right? So it's kind of went off the map and it came back here. I want you to understand the difference from where it was in 2018 to where it is now. I'm not sure who's using it, who's not, because this is the first time I've heard about it. A lot of these companies could come out and make all of these claims that they're using it, but you know, just because it's on a exchange, it doesn't really mean that the exchange is actually using it for its security. All right. And also talking about this company working for Binance, a lot of people don't know about Binance's history. The founder of Binance, these are the guys who used to build exchanges for people, right? And after building it for many years, they ended up basically making their own exchange. This is where Binance came out of years of experience of building exchanges for people. So I hope you understand this. And what's this? If 30 will altcoins similar amount or even more. Okay, so this question you asked, right? If BTC drops 40-50%, traditionally, yes, bro. When BTC dumps, right? Everything literally dumps with it. You have to understand this. In fact, they dump even further. So if BTC drops by 50%, other coins, you know, unless we're going into a bear market, right? They might still be kind of stable. Momentarily, you'll see they will be worth more in BTC. But if we're entering a bear market, if BTC drops by 50%, then other coins could easily drop by 100%. So this is the reason why, again, I stress a lot to everybody that, guys, you have to start taking your profits as soon as you can, because the sooner you take your profits, you know, or at least get your initial investment out, the better it is for you. Because end of the day, what happens, okay, so you're still here. I see you're still here. Okay, sorry, I was looking at the WhatsApp and I noticed that you're still on the chat. So the situation is basically, hold on, sorry. Okay, let's have a look at this independent news you were showing to me. Okay, so what they, okay, you have, okay, the independent thing you shared with me, it says the next Bitcoin crash will wipe 90% from price and cause crypto winter, experts warn. Experts are basing this on history, okay, nothing more. So this is what I want you to understand. Experts, right, or not, everybody's an expert when it comes to cryptocurrency and whatnot, right? The fact is, right, these are the facts, right, where we had the 90%. Before that, the other ones we had was these ones here. We had 70%. We didn't have 90%, but they're talking about 90 because of what happened in 2017. Now, history can rhyme, but it doesn't mean it's going to repeat. Also, if you look carefully, we were every time, like, you know, few years when we have the bull run, we go up by like 1,000%, 2,000%, 3,000%, right, from where we started. So if Bitcoin was to drop right now from where we are, like 50 something, 90%, it's not hopeless. If you play your cards right, and if you get your, you know, make sure you have enough funds, right? So you made profits, you take some money out and you keep it on the side. And I always talk about it, have enough money for the next bull run, because that's the, next bear market. So if you're ready to buy during the bear market, do you care if it's going to go to 5K? Because I know I wouldn't. If I sold my BTC today and if it came down to 5K, I sell one BTC, I buy 10. And I'm ready for the next bull cycle. And in the next bull cycle, all right, all I've got to do is sell one BTC to get my money back, and I have 9 more to make significant profits, right? So what is he saying? I'm playing Monopoly and listening. Okay, carry on. In a bull cycle, no. So in a bull cycle, what you have to understand is, right, the way, let me explain, let me show it to you better. This is, I'm going to show you this. This is really, really cool, right? So you know how I set up my thing, how I customize my web cycle, right? Let me explain this. I want to take you right to the end. You see this section here, price in BTC. So one BTC is a BTC. One Bitcoin is worth one Bitcoin. Then we've got Ethereum. Currently, one Ethereum is worth 0.3, right? 0.03. You know, this is Binance. This is how much Binance is worth. Now, when Bitcoin crashes, these values increase. That's what I'm trying to say to you. So they increase. Like, I'll give you a good example. My Matic that I bought is currently worth, is worth less, about £1,000. Right? So it's down by £1,000. However, the BTC value is not that bad. I still got some. In fact, some of these coins, the BTC value has increased, and when the BTC value goes up, I'm getting more BTC, right? So price could look down, like the dollar value could like it's going down, but it's not, right? So this is where, when the alt season comes in, a lot of people get this wrong. People look for the dollar cost value, but I'll tell you what the Bitcoin bulls do, right? So, or people who play in the altcoin during a bear cycle, or even, just before the alt season starts, or during when it starts, right? A lot of people, what they do, they will buy an altcoin that they believe is going to pump in Bitcoin. And when the Bitcoin value starts to increase, because the Bitcoin dominance is decreasing, right? So we look at this dominance level. When Bitcoin dominance drops, means other coins are getting dominant and they're worth more in Bitcoin. We then transfer that back to Bitcoin, and now we end up with more Bitcoin than we started. I hope that explains how it works, right? I hear a lot about bear market. What's the difference between bear and bull in other terms? Alim, let me answer this for you, bro, or Batiza. Let me explain this, how it works. The bull cycle is when we pump hard and the prices go up, and it's not just in cryptocurrency, it's in stocks, it's in forex, it's in everything. When a value of something goes up, right? And then you have a season where everybody, like at the end of the bull cycle, everybody's going to take their profits out. And when they take their profits out, then basically we end up going into a bear cycle where, a lot of people are going to get burnt, and the market cap, for example, this price may drastically drop. And when they do drop, everybody starts panicking. No one wants to buy. So during the bear market, this is when a lot of people suffer. The prices don't really move as much. So this is why I'm trying to prepare you guys who are on the group, this one group, for example, and many other places. I'm trying to prepare you all to understand that right now you make money, you make profits, right? You got to be careful, but make sure you take enough of your, you take enough of your profits or your initial investments out, so you're ready for the bear market. So if Bitcoin today is at 55, and God forbid we have a massive crash, which I doubt is going to happen this time, but imagine it happened and it goes down to 90% below the market cap currently, right? That might bring us to 100 million, which I don't think is going to happen. Number one, I don't think it's going to happen. But even if it did, if I sold one Bitcoin today for 55K and it goes to 5K, as I said, I'll end up buying 10 more. So then on the next bull cycle, which happens every 4 years, coincidentally, I end up basically making more Bitcoin. Okay. So guys, what I need you guys to do is give me about 5 minutes. I've got to just attend to something. So give me about, give me 1 minute, 2 minutes maximum. Let me quickly just attend to this and sort this out. 1 second. Okay. Because I need to attend to this one thing and I'll be back. Okay. Just stay in the stream, please. Okay, stay in the stream. Thank you. Okay, Brother Salik has just asked a question. Brother Salik, yes, I can't stress enough about this, right? So before I go away, actually no, I'm gonna go away. Give me 1 minute, 60 seconds. I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Right, okay. So, brother Salik asked, taking some profits if some coins had been in the dip last night. Right, let's sort this out. 1 second. Okay, bro, I'm not sure about the dips last night or anything like this, right? What I always suggest is very simple, right? Oh, if you bought it, okay. So if you bought some crypto last night during the dip and now it's gone up, okay. Any coin you buy, your target, and I've been stressing this for months now, your target should always be to try and take your initial investment out as soon as you can, right? So, for example, you spent 100 quid, you made a tenner, try and take at least the tenner, if not the 100 quid, right? And then what happens if you leave some of that coin, you can basically use, leave that coin there. And if it grows, it doesn't matter, but you've always got money to play with, right? So it's very important that you understand that you have enough money to play with later on. Number one, you're prepared to constantly recycle the money and buy other altcoins because you're not having to put more money in from your pocket. You're using the same money and you're recycling. Okay. Number two, you're ready for the bear cycle, right? So you're always ready to buy the dips. So even if we come down and we have, for example, we go through a phase where Bitcoin comes up and down, you're always ready to buy during that time, right? So a lot of the common mistake a lot of people do, they go all in at the same time, and this is where dollar cost averaging comes in, right? So let me just bring you to this page. Let me put it here. Let me put it on the 4 hourly. So 1 second. Right, so let's just go here. So what I'm trying to say here is someone who took some profits here, you didn't sell because you don't know it's the top, right? But you sold some, and then you if you dollar cost average in with your profit, so you took 100 out, for example, and you said tenner here, tenner here, tenner here, tenner here, bro, you've bought yourself some more Bitcoin for cheaper as it's going down because you don't know. Then, because you got £100 profit, so you bought 5 times, now on the way up, you can buy another 5 more times, right? So just in case it goes back, and you've dollar cost average in, but you're doing this every single time, only with your profits, nothing too much, right? So this is what I want you to understand. Taking profits is very important. Is very, very important. Everybody must take your profits, or what's going to happen is, we come to the end of the cycle. Let's go look into Bitcoin just to show you. Which one is it? Is it this one? No. Right. Just want to show you, right? We come to the top of the market and you have no idea what's happened. You didn't, there won't be any more. Okay. So you've come to the top of the market. Let's have a look at this one. 1 second. Sorry guys, bear with me. Internet is quite slow here. I'm not sure why. It's acting all stupid. Let me just show you this one. Let's show this one, right? Because this one is a very good one to look at as well, right? Let's show you this one. 1 second. Yeah, my internet doesn't want to work. Okay, anyway, let's just show it. I'll just show it on the chart, right? It's just so much more easier. Let's just go to this one. Right, let's just go to this one and just show you on the chart what I'm trying to say to you. Right, let's get rid of, we don't need the zigzag. Let me get you the, let's get, what are we looking for? Logarithmic, right? Right, let's get this. We just want this, right? This is the one we want. And we want to double check on this. And also what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this. You don't need the fibs right now, so I'm going to remove the fibs. Okay, and I just want you to see what I'm seeing here, right? This is what you have to understand. Number one, we're not on the top of the cycle, right? We don't know when we're going to hit that, right? I want you to understand, we don't know when we're going to hit that, right? So because of this one specific situation that we've got, we don't know where the top is going to be, right? Obviously we know that as soon as we hit that top line, that's where the top is going to be, but right now we don't know. So every time we take a little dip, you dollar cost average in. right? Or pound cost averaging, as I like to call it. The reason I'm saying this is because you see this area here on the 1st of, you can see the date just on the bottom here. On this particular date, right, on the 8th of April, right, 2013, we hit the kind of a mid-market, so mid-bull market top. Then we went down, and because a lot of people took profits during these areas, they came back in at this particular price, and then they climbed it back up to the top of the market. And as soon as they went to the top, people started selling off, right? So dollar cost averaging in is one way. No, bro, K2 Funny, carry on, bro. Tell me what you want me to know. I will definitely let you know, talk about your coins. That's not a problem. So anyway, coming back to this, right, what we're talking about. So dollar cost averaging, buying on the low is one way of you entering the market. And then dollar cost average out is another way of you exiting the market. So again, this is in translation what I mean by taking profits. So on the way up, if you're constantly taking some profits out, you're never losing anything, right? So this is what I want you guys to understand. It's very, very important that you always take some profits, okay? But it's very important to take some profits. We had what's this? There won't be any BTC left to buy, bro. Khurram, I can tell you this, yeah. Everything that we've had in the past, right, is history. History can rhyme, but it won't, you know, be exact. We obviously, any analyst, anybody will always use the data that's on the left, right? So on the left of the chart, we're going to use this data to judge what it will do on the right. However, if I zoom out, just want to show you this. Look at the curve, right? It's only going upwards. So yes, it will look similar, but it's not going to be the same. I mean, we had a 20,000 top here, right? Or 18,000 something top here, like almost 19,000 top here. And then here, the top is showing at 98,000. We're not there yet. Now, talking about institutions FOMOing in, of course they're FOMOing in. They're already doing it. Yesterday, somebody went to Coinbase. They couldn't buy on the OTC. This is funny, right? Normally, if they buy on an OTC, yes, I will. Or you normally, when they go to the OTC traders on Coinbase or something, they buy whatever. They sit there and they'll be like, okay, find us Bitcoin for this much money. So then what Coinbase, Binance, or any OTC trading platform does, goes around looking for the coins, bring them all together, and then sells it to the client. Well, yesterday we had a situation where these people couldn't find it. So they ended up buying it on Coinbase, right? 14,666 coins on Coinbase. So somebody was so desperate that if that's not FOMO, what is? Right, so that's what I want you to understand. That was, I mean, for me, that was just pure FOMO. Okay, so brother's asking for ctsi. So I'll get to ctsi. Give me a second. ctsi, I've heard quite a bit about it. Actually, it is doing quite well. It is one of those coins, and I'll show you. So if you look at the structure, this is what I always talk to people. I say, do you know what? Look at the structure of any coin, right? And when you look at the structure, you can see if it is a good coin or a bad coin. So you can see launch, you know, then after that, they had a little bit of dump here. As you can see, they had a little bit of dump. And then since then, they've been bouncing and pretty much following the Bitcoin's kind of little trend that we had. So far, they're doing very good, in my opinion, right? And also, if you look at... so we're on the weekly, I'll leave it on the weekly anyway. So on the weekly, and we're just looking at where we are currently, and you can see if I now zoom in, so always try and do a larger time frame because you're not trading it, you're buying it, and you can see that it's fallen within the golden pocket ratio. Also, if you look carefully, I'll show you something here. So go on the daily. We've always touched on these the 20-week moving average. It should be 21, but this is a 20-week moving average, and we've constantly you know, gone into that area, that zone. So far it seems good. I mean, there's a little bit of thing, but look at the volume. I mean, the volume is just beautiful, right? This is what we need to look at. So volume is good, and also this is like a 20-hour moving average. Doesn't really matter. I'm not going to even bother looking at those. But the bear side, if you look at the volume for the bears, very low. If you look at what the bulls are doing, very high. So far this is quite good. What else are we looking at? Data, GLM, KMD. Okay, KMD I know, Komodo. KMD once upon a time was a top-notch coin. I'm not sure how much they've been doing recently. For that, I'll have to actually give me a second. Let me go into KMD. KMD, right? Let's have a look what KMD is doing, because I want to see a bigger picture on KMD. I've given up on KMD long time ago, bro. Do I have to do a chart here? Look where we were. All right, so this is where we were, and after the dump in 2017, as you can see, December 23rd, we went all the way to $11. We had the dump, and currently we're sitting here at $2. So look at the percentage, how far we've come down, and we haven't recovered. So I really want you to understand this. You know, on a shorter time frame, again, the same rule applies. During a bull cycle, a lot of the dead coins, a lot of the people who are holding bags, right, or a lot of the coins that have invested in Bitcoin or Ethereum, if they're starting to pump, they will start moving back up again, right? GLM, so that one's new to me, unless it's Golem. Golem is an old coin, that's a different story. But let's have a look at GLM. It is Golem, right? Okay, so Golem. Golem's on another story as well, but look, this doesn't look that bad actually. So if you look at this, we've had ups and we've had downs and everything. This is not that bad, because if you look carefully here, right, after the little crazy dump we had in 2018, we're pretty much recovering. So Golem looks a lot more positive than Komodo, in my opinion, just on a basis of like price structure and everything. So this has much better chance of actually doing something. So let's have a look. GLM. Okay, so Golem so far, this is on a 4-hourly structure. It looks good. It looks good. Also, the trend line is also very good if you look carefully. So if I just put it here, if we just use this as our trend line, it's on a nice little curve. You can't really say anything bad about it, and it seems to be following all the, you know, the BTC dumps and everything. So it's following the BTC. It's moving up and down. Also, we can always double check. So if we go down here, where is it? Where is it? Okay, here. So you can see that this is what it's worth in BTC. And let's have a look and see on the markets how they're trading this. Let's have a look. Bro, look at this. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is a coin. Look at this. How many exchanges are trading this? Right. Okay. So it's good. Also, Komodo will have the same situation, actually. I'll be honest with you. Komodo will have, because Komodo is a very old coin. All right, it's a very old coin. Let's have a look if all the exchanges are still keeping it, or if some of them have actually ended up dropping it. Because a lot of the time, if the coin's not worth it, some of these exchanges will actually end up dropping it. So yeah, it's still around, not as much as you can see. Some of the exchanges have kept it, but again, volume, look at it. I mean, this is 7,000, you know, very small volume. It's not much of a volume going on. Maximum supply, total supply here. So not much happening, you know, and the volume's down. So look at some other data for this. Okay, has increased, and of course, if we're looking, we can see that the volume is like kind of erratic. So if you see on the March 19, the volume we had only 21, I believe it's 21 million or 21,000. I'm not sure. 21 million, yeah, 21 million. And then currently we had 27. So it is on a pump cycle right now. It is pumping. For that, we need to go and double check again. AMD. So let's have a look and see what it's doing. So is it pumping right now? Of course, it's pumping right now. So it's there. Again, short term, yeah, you can make some money on it. Guys, be careful, right? Let's have a look at where the last low was. Let's see what zone we're on. So we're above the zone, which is quite good. Actually, we can move this because we had another low here. So we can move it here. Yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, we can see we're still within the golden ratio. So if you are invested in it, be careful. That's all I'm going to say. You know, any one of these small coins, guys, remember, any small coin, I always say very slow. What's the other one you said? Data. Let's have a look at data. Let's hope this is the, it says, okay, let's have a look at this one, if it is the right one. Because a lot of the time, there's multiple coins with the same name. as you can see here. So I'm hoping, which one is it? Question is it this particular data here, DTA? Or is it this data here? I think you're talking about streamer. Let's have a look at streamer. Not bad, not bad. The structure looks good. You know, we had a big rise and then we had a nice little dump, you know, and then we came up. Also remember, okay, another thing I want to quickly just show you here. This is quite good actually, guys. You see these little 2018, these are the 2017 ICO coins, by the way. So that's another funny fact, right? Some of these coins are the ICO coins. So during the ICO bubble, and a lot of the NFTs are going to show the same thing like this as well, by the way. So this is why I consider NFTs to be a bit of a bubble right now. But as you can see, this is when it launched and then it climbed up during the hype, obviously, and then it dumped. But the question was, after it dumped, could it survive? So this was the bear market, which is not bad. But then we enter the bull cycle and it's back. Now, when I see a coin coming back, for me, it's positive. It's a good coin, right? It's something that you can make some money and probably even has a good future. So this is not that bad, actually, in that sense. So now we can go back to this and have a look at this on a longer time frame to see, you know, what do we expect? I mean, this is just beautiful. Look at it. So this is what you see when you look at structures like this. You know that these are very good. And also, as you can see, we're not doing any on a daily, what it's showing to us, right? When on a daily, it's saying that we're exactly in the golden pocket right now. So we might see a nice little bounce. And if we do, then we have multiple targets here for the price. As you can see, if we do bounce, we could easily see a 24 cent up to a 29 cent. So it's up to you if you want to play this for 29 cents, but that's what it is. Season rely on Bitcoin. Yes, altcoin season does rely on Bitcoin, right? As I showed, where was I? As I showed here something, all right? Remember what I showed here, all right? Number one, okay, dominance, forget that. The price in Bitcoin. Each coin is priced in Bitcoin. This is a bad, like a misconception a lot of people have. They assume, right? They assume that everything is valued in dollars. It's not true, guys. The Tether is a cryptocurrency based on Ethereum. It's an ERC20 token. And what happens is to buy these coins, you will enter with dollar or your money, your native currency, and you buy Tether, right? And then you end up going there. 95 or 99% of these coins, right? So we've got what? We've got 8,900. You see another 200 fake coins just came up probably. 8,900 coins, and 99% of them probably are not valued in your native currency. There's only a handful of exchanges which will even allow you to buy in your native currency. So when you've got a situation like this, people enter with the Tether. And unfortunately, because of that, you end up seeing this dollar value to it, right? But it's not actually valued in dollar. That's what you have to understand. Most of these coins, people enter with either Ethereum or Bitcoin. During an ICO, during an IEO, you're going to use another coin to get in, and it's valued in that coin. For example, a lot of the coins that launch on Binance chain are actually valued in BUSD or BNB, Binance coin, not even Bitcoin. Later on, they create pairs, and the pairs are with Bitcoin or anything like that. So today, I think there was a multiple pairs announced on Binance for other stuff. That's what you have to understand. So if BTC, for whatever reason, starts dropping in value, and these particular coins are still, they start gaining traction and more people put BTC into the coin, then it's worth more. That's what you have to understand. It's worth more. I mean, currently, for example, 11% of a Bitcoin is this. Look at this. This is all you have to see. One Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. Everything else is valued in the Bitcoin value. So you can use 0.3 Ethereum to go and buy a Bitcoin. Go and buy an Ethereum. 0.3 Bitcoin to buy an Ethereum, right? And tomorrow, if all of a sudden, if it's worth 0.5, you convert it back, you end up with more Bitcoin. So I hope that explains to you that particular part. Everything relies on Bitcoin. The only time that will be invalid, right, is if Bitcoin dominance, right? So you got 8,900 coins competing against Bitcoin. The only time if another coin, so for example, if Ethereum has 50% market share of Bitcoin, so if Ethereum is 30% and Bitcoin is 30% and everything else is the other 40%, that's when you'll say it doesn't rely on that. But right now, Bitcoin dominance, the Bitcoin price structure, Bitcoin price increase, this is what actually the altcoins rely on. You know, people make money on Bitcoin. They can buy more small altcoins with the Bitcoin, so they put it there. The Bitcoin, the other altcoins start pumping, and then once they pump, then you take the profit out back in Bitcoin. That's how it works, right? Who else is there? Do people wait for another 4 years? Yes, bro. Okay, so anybody who has who's bought at the wrong time and ends up basically losing money. Guys, give me 1 second. 1 second. I got to do something. Give me 1 second. Just stay there. Give me 10 seconds. I'll be back. Right, 10 seconds. I'm going to be back. Right, 10 seconds. All right, guys, sorry about that. I'm back. Right. Okay. So a lot of people who end up buying something at the end of the season or buy coins that, you know, they get stuck with because they didn't take their profits with. It's highly advisable, and a lot of the wise people will tell you this as well. No point getting rid of it, even if it goes to 99% below the market, right, from the dump. There's no point actually getting rid of it. And this is what I've shown you on other coins where they come back again, right? So yes, of course, you end up losing money, but the biggest loser is the person who leaves the coin completely. He says, oh, I accept my loss and I walk out. He's the biggest loser. But anybody who doesn't, then you just hold the bags. Like, remember I told you BTT. I bought BitTorrent token when it launched, and I had it for almost 3.5, 4 years. I mean, I just sold it the other day and I kept a little bit, but that's when I sold it because I just broke even, and then I made a little bit more. So I said, finally, I can come out. So that was my money stuck there. And this is what happens. But that was me not being experienced enough, right? So yes, this is the situation. Now, people will end up, you know, some people will hold for 4 or 5 years. And another thing is there are coins people believe in. So for example, Cardano, I believed in Cardano from way back, from way 2017. I've been a Cardano holder and I will always be a Cardano holder for at least another 5 years. All right. So that's what I want to say. Like, you know, there are sometimes sentimental, but other times it just because you bought at the wrong time, you end up, there's no point you leaving or losing your money. But if you use the strategy of selling your and bringing some profits out, so you had, imagine you had 2 coins and your coin is now worth double, then you take half out because that's your original money. Then you play another day, right? Alt season, bro. Alt season has already started. Now let me explain how alt season works. Bitcoin pumps, people make money on Bitcoin, and I've said this already. I'm just going to kind of repeat myself. Bitcoin pumps, people make money, people take the Bitcoin, put it into altcoin, altcoins start pumping, they make more Bitcoin, they come back to altcoin. That's what it is, right? So theoretically, we have a cycle within a cycle, right? There's no such thing as an altcoin season. There's never been an altcoin bull market, right? It's never existed. Maybe in the future, as I said, again, the same thing. If Bitcoin drops its dominance and everything else, all the 8,936 coins you see here end up being more dominant than Bitcoin, then we can give that title to them. But right now, the bull run only relies on one thing. The bull run only matters with the Bitcoin. It's a Bitcoin bull run that carries everything, right? Do we have any more questions, guys? Sorry, guys, I'm just checking to see. Just checking to see if there's any more. If there's any more questions or anything from the group or anything. Koti, we did Koti, bro. We just did Koti a little while ago. I'll do it again if you want. Koti, I did. Coti seems very good. Also, guys, if you know, if you started late, and also before we go anywhere, if you've just joined us, smash the like button, okay, and don't forget to share with somebody. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. It does help the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. But what I was going to say, yeah, if you've missed the stream from the beginning, you can actually go back and actually, right now, you can just rewind back and you can see the stream from the beginning if you want. But yeah, we're back on Coti right now. We're looking at Coti, and as you can see, Coti is on a nice little trajectory. Also, if you look at the pattern that we can see so far, so from here to here, right, it's on an upward trajectory. Hasn't broken the trend, in my opinion. I mean, these slight dips that you see every now and then around these areas, I wouldn't panic too much about them. It's doing so far so good. And also Coti, I think I mentioned it the other day, what Coti is, right? So if you go here again, check on Coti. Coti is trying to do some payment platform stuff, and the idea is great, you know, and question is would it be successful? So I kind of doubt that myself, solely because you've got the big giants like PayPal, Stripe, multiple other. This is where the problem happens. And I mentioned that Coti has, like, well, now Coti's making money, is great. Maybe in one day they will do whatever. But one of the biggest problems they've created is they want to empower merchants and users to buy and sell products on an open platform, similar, like, for example, go to PayPal or Amazon or whatever you buy. But the problem is the user also has to have Coti, right? Has to download another wallet, and I see a problem with that. It doesn't solve the problem. I think they need to figure out a way where, you know, probably empower the merchants to receive crypto while the user pays with cash. You know what? That's going to be big. That's going to be very big. So yeah, if you know anybody out there who wants to fund a massive project, okay, I would love to start on that project, because I know Coti is good. You know what Coti's trying to do, it just needs to do it the right way. Structure, bro, it looks fantastic. You know, from where it started and all the ups and downs it's had, and currently where it's going, it's going there, right? So yes, it has a very good structure. I've mentioned it on, I think I mentioned it on another video recently as well. Coti is definitely looking good on the structure wise. But again, careful, this is a bull cycle, right? During a bull cycle, as I said, a lot of crazy stuff happens. So imagine, what I want you to do here is do something very simple. Think of this as 2018, right? During the ICO bubble, right? I just want you to imagine this is 2018, and we're in a bubble, bull cycle, obviously, and we're about to, what I'm going to show you. So for example, where were we? Komodo, KMD, right? Let's just show you this so you'll understand what I'm talking about, right? So what you saw there, imagine that to be this area here, because when the market crashes, this is what's going to happen. So if you've made money during these times, you've got to be very, very careful, and you have to start taking some money out. So yes, this is the same structure that this company had back in 2017, 2018, right? During that bull run, and then it couldn't survive it. So when you're looking at Coti, Coti's doing the same thing, right? So where is it? Coti currently is following the same path. Coti is currently following the same path as everything else. So this is what you have to understand. Structure looks fantastic. It looks beautiful for where it is right now. But if you haven't taken your initial investments out, you might end up having that Komodo bag holding situation that a lot of people are probably still doing. So guys, is there anything else you want me to talk about? Give you guys a few minutes. If there is any other questions you have or any other thing you want me to talk about, please do let me know. If not, then I think I'll end the stream and see where we go from there. But you know, guys, thank you very much for coming to the stream. Thank you very much for coming and asking questions. Listen, if I have you know, whatever I say here, also remember, I'm not a financial advisor. very important you do your own research. And one of the things I always like as I said recently, I've mentioned as well, CoinMarketCap has every single tool you're going to need, all the website links, everything, the white paper, the explorers, the community, you name it, everything is there. So use that, right? It's all there. Use that information to your advantage. That's what I'm going to say, right? Just use that to your advantage, because it does help, right? So where are we right now? I'm still looking. Okay, seems everybody's gone. So what I'm going to do, oh well, it's not gone, I think 2 or 3 people are watching. Anyway guys, we're going to shut this stream. Thank you very much for coming. Please like, share and subscribe. So what I'll do is next time I'll do another one and just be posted. If you haven't hit the bell button, hit the bell button next to the subscribe button, so that anytime I do the live stream. And I'm going to try and fix a date for the live streams as well. So right now I'm going to keep it kind of spontaneous and random, and as this is my second stream as well, so obviously I'm getting better and better. I've figured out certain things right now, and what I'm going to do is try and fix a specific date in the future, so you'll know that only on that day we're going to do live stream. And other than that, I'll just probably do normal stuff. But I am quite enjoying these live streams, actually. I'll be honest with you, it will be nicer to see a lot more people watching, hopefully in the future, and we'll move forward from there. So thank you very much, guys. I'll see you on another stream very soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.